Our next devotion, continuing through these 10 commandments, we have Deuteronomy 5, verse 19. And you shall not steal. This is an easy one. Don't take things that don't belong to you. And this includes things like don't rob banks, don't steal your neighbor's mail. Like the obvious, oh, that was stealing. But I think some of the things that we're more comfortable with are things like stealing material, plagiarism, that's stealing. Streaming things online in questionable ways. You're stealing on some level, and there's a long discussion to be had there, but stealing, the flip side of stealing, and this is something that Martin Luther brings up in his explanation of this commandment, is not only do we not steal, but we do our best to help build up and protect our neighbors' possessions, their material things. So he kind of pushes us, and I think this is a good direction to push us. He pushes us a step further. He says, not only should you not steal, but you should help your neighbor out. So, for example, if, say, I see my neighbor's package on, this is something that my wife and I did a couple times when we lived in Florida, because in Florida, it rains a lot. And when it rains, it doesn't just rain frequently. It also rains a lot when it rains a lot. So there was, during hurricane season, we had neighbors. And the neighbors, they were college students. So sometimes, like, they lived there most of the year, but when the hurricanes were coming, their school kind of, like, shut down. They said, like, we're going to cancel classes for, this week, because it might very quickly become a very dangerous situation here. So we're going to cancel classes this week, and we're going to send our students home. So these college students across the way, they headed out because they had no reason to be there, and we were, at least at the beginning of that week, we were in the prediction for like the 100%, the fury and wrath of the storm was going to come pretty much right down our street. So while they were gone, Chris and I noticed they had a package sitting in front of their door. And we were like, they're probably going to be gone for a few days. So we gave it 24 hours because we didn't know if one of them had stuck around. But after those 24 hours, the package was still sitting there. So we just grabbed it. We took the package and we set it by our front door, and we let them know. We said, hey, you had a package. We didn't want it to get stolen. We didn't want it to get like destroyed by a storm or rained on or whatever. So we brought it. We set it in. It's right inside our door. Whenever you get back, just knock. One of us will hand it off to you. And that's not to say, oh, look how great we are. It's stuff like that where you go a little bit out of your way to help protect your neighbor's possessions. So this could be taking care of packages, taking care of mail. If you notice something dangerous on your neighbor's house, you say, hey, I just noticed this. Maybe you offer to help them out with it if you're in a position to do that. It's more than just don't steal. I think it's good for us to push forward into the actually helping our neighbor out with their possessions. So an opportunity to be a great witness to your neighbors in your community as well. So with that, brothers and sisters, go in peace, serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.